sound speeds. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I like to have fun. And one thing that I was given that I thought was kind of fun and I would share with you today is this. I have not tried this yet, by the way. This is an Amos Sweets audio lollipop. It says tasty sounds. Listen to music through your mouth. Rock music. And this is blueberry flavor. And then on the side here, it says how to enjoy. Number 1, long press the button to turn on. Number 2, put on the earplugs, not put in, and bite on the candy. 3, single click on the button to pause or play. And 4 is double click on the button to stop playing. And then it says there's a playlist of Watch Me Rise, Don't You Dare Let Go, Keep on Pushing. 3 different songs, I guess. And here's the health information in the back, how to get them and where to go and I guess whatever. But I tell you what, I'll put links down in the description if I can find this online. And that way, if you want to try this, you can. But we're going to try this and see if it works, because this is supposedly something that works similar to the bone conducting headphones that I reviewed a while ago, the Aftershocks. You can check out that video right there if you're interested. Now, bone conductivity. Let's talk about bone conductivity. But first, how does sound work? Acoustic vibrations have to travel through a medium to be picked up. In the case of sound, it's your ear. And if sound goes in through your ear canal, it hits on the tympanum membrane. And then it goes to the common names, the hammer, anvil, and stirrup. And then it goes onto the, if memory serves, the oval window on the cochlea in order for the sound to be basically turned. It's like a drum. And it basically creates a vibration through the cochlea, which allows the little cilia, what is it called on the inside? There, the supercilia, I believe it is. I don't remember the exact name. You can look it up. But going off of memory, it is these little receptors on the inside of the cochlea, which are designed to pick up sounds of certain frequencies. And if there's too many of these waves, giant, strong waves that go through it enough, it knocks them down, which is how you lose sensitivity to certain things. Now, let's talk about bone conductivity. If you want to bypass the inner ear, or rather the part, the hammer, anvil, and the stirrup, you can actually excite the cochlea directly through bone conductivity. And as opposed to wearing headphones that go through the inner ear canal and then cause vibrations the way we talked about before, you can actually go right here onto this bone here. And it can, if it's the right kind of speaker, I guess you could call it, through headphones, you can actually create bone conductivity, which will cause your inner ear to pick up the sounds. And that's how the Aftershocks work. It's pretty cool, actually. And I used mine until they broke, which took a couple of years. Now, I'm assuming this is going to work very similar. There's 2 reasons I can see as to why they would want you to put in earplugs. The first is very similar as to what we ran into with the Bumblebee Sidekick. If you put a very small little bitty speaker inside your ear and use it like an IEM, and then you have the little bit of sound that comes out, it's going to be overwhelmed by the background noise in the air, in the room around you, wherever you happen to be. So if you use the earplugs, it's going to close off that chamber, making your ears more sensitive so that you can pick up the smaller, little intricate sounds. And I'm assuming that these work very similarly. By conducting directly onto the side of your head, your ears need to be blocking out some of that sound, so that way it becomes less sensitive to it and you can pick up those vibrations better. Also, as I ran into with the Bumblebee Sidekick, if you close off your inner ear canal, the bass response comes up, because if you have a little bitty speaker on the inside, the bass will escape, and you want to capture that bass more, so you will plug up your ear a little bit better, and it helps you to hear it. So I'm assuming that this will have something to do with 1 or 2, probably, more so the first than the second, to be completely honest. But I've not tried this. But one thing I am going to try with this, and we'll try it here in a moment. And I know I keep saying try. Do or do not, there is no try. I'm going to see if, okay, there's the earplugs. I'm going to see if we can make this work, not through a regular microphone, but through a hydrophone. Because a hydrophone, as opposed to a regular microphone that uses a diaphragm that can convert basically acoustic vibrations into an electrical voltage current, this uses a different type of material. Hydrophones usually deal more with piezoelectrics, which is a system where you can more directly create, usually through different types of materials, you can create direct impact, which causes Like if it touches like through water, a hydrophone is more sensitive to picking up through water. I mean, obviously through the air, it's not going to pick up nearly as much. But if you use this in water, that vibration is going to go in here and create, through the piezoelectric circuit in here, a vibration that you're going to be able to hear much better. So I'm going to try to see if this, being a hydrophone, is going to be more sensitive to picking up the sound on the Tasty Sound Lollipop here. If I made any sense with that, I hope I did. Anyway, so let's go ahead and open this thing up, and we're going to try it. So, how is this going to work? I am feeling something on the inside there. Am I touching the lollipop? I am touching the lollipop. Okay. I just grabbed the thing on the wrong side. Beautiful. Okay, so it has... I guess this is the button that we're going to long press in order to turn it on. I feel it vibrating. Very faintly do I hear something with my ear. So let's try with the hydrophone to see if it can pick up directly with this. I'm going to try to go quiet with my regular microphone and switch over to this now. So that's the way this is going to work. By putting this directly on your bone, between your teeth, it's near your jawbone. And what's going to happen is it's going to conduct the vibration directly through to your inner ear. I have no experience with this, but it's nice that it picks up with this hydrophone. Actually, it's better bass response than I expected it to be. What if I could switch songs? Let's pause. Huh, interesting. So now I guess we're going to try this and see if it sounds any different when I put it in my mouth. Oh. Not the most interesting thing to do is to watch me with this thing in my mouth, but I will tell you this, the bass response is a lot better on the hydrophone. And you put this in your mouth, and maybe it's because I don't have the earplugs in. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close off my ears with my fingers. Let me try that. All right, so it does improve the bass a little bit. Doesn't take you very long to figure out that it's not going to improve it nearly as much as listening through a hydrophone. But as a novelty item, it's pretty cool. I will tell you this, if you were to give this to a child, they'd probably have a lot of fun with it, even though it's a very simple little thing. It's a neat concept, and it's definitely something to try. So if you want to have something fun to do with your kids or significant other or whoever in your life that might appreciate something like this, then you could definitely try one of these. It does actually work, and it works very effectively. I mean, it's vibrating like crazy in my fingers, and I'm assuming that it's not vibrating here. It's vibrating more up here, so it's probably vibrating this thing like crazy. That's kind of like a little speaker, a little transducer, something that changes one form of energy into another. So yeah, kind of cool. So if you're interested in trying one of these things, then there is a link down in the description. I'm sure I'm able to find it and I can link it to you. So be sure to check it out. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Sound Speeds, where we experiment with fun things, have interesting times together, and as always, we fill you with a bunch of sound advice. Have a question you'd like answered or want to add something? Be sure to write it in the comment section down below. You can also make a suggestion for future topics of discussion. Again, comment section down below, or you can email me at soundspeeds@yahoo.com. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on future sound advice.